So guys, now this will be my first video. The whole objective of this is just to record my journey that I'm going to endure as of right now, and just to give you some things with me that really helped me, that provide some insights for you when you are going to be and going to start the journey into this entrepreneurship, into the self-improvement journey, and how to really focus and change your perspective, and getting you some insights for the day-to-day activities in order to win long term. So as for me right now, I'm 20 years old, I'm based in Germany. My name is Paul, and I graduated, so I started my studies in economics for 2 years ago. So it was with a company. While I was studying economics, I was always working in some company, and I wasn't really fulfilled at any point. So I just wanted to have more, and not more in the sense of that I always wanted to have more, but I want to make the most out of my time that I'm having, because I always have the vision for myself that I really want to do something great in my life, and in order to get there I have to do certain actions. And really, as you are quite young and have those high ambitions, it is really important for you to lay the foundations right, because you can't expect to get somewhere without putting in the actions. The one part, as I'm right now I'm going to be 21 years old in April, so I'm really starting all of this is maybe about, let's say, the beginning 4 years ago, when really started going to the gym, and likewise, so some actions in that regard. But then it's always the next step you are going to be on as you evolve on this journey, and you just not give up. So to say something like this, because as I'm right now only 20 years old, that's not the pinning point, because there's so much more to go. So let's go really into some insights, and let's make some happen, because this whole thing I want to document is for those people. Is it right now 1 a.m? So I'm going to hit the gym then. And for right now, I am self-employed, so I'm a contractor for some companies, and I design my own schedule. But I really look for some insights from other people when I'm in those dark moments, or rather not dark moments, but you search for some guidance. And I really like to improve myself talking to others, as well as giving some value. I find it really important to give and help other people. It's really fulfilling for me. I want just to share some insights. That's not going to be super professional, as you maybe can see. I do not have the best handwriting skills, but it will do the thing in order to demonstrate the points that I want to make. And for that reason, I find it quite helpful to underline my points with the whiteboard, and I'm going to write something when I'm talking. Additionally, my English is not the absolute best, I'm not a native, but I think you can understand me quite well, and I think the point is getting over to you. So in order to start, I want to talk about the search for the uncomfortable. And this is not right, because I wanted to record this video a month ago, but I did not really came to it, or rather I doubted myself. And what it really comes down is, when you have the knowledge, in order to do something, you have to then, in the other next step, have to really put in the action. Because without the action, you will not you will not get some feedback. And without feedback, you cannot know whether you are on the right place and time, or whether you are putting in the right actions or not. So you have to stop looking at those things that you are afraid of, that they are bad, or likewise. Those things are important. Those things should be important. And when they are important, you can get stressful about it, because you do not have the ability to master them from the first point. But that's exactly the whole point. You have to start somewhere in order to get somewhere. So no matter what you want to do, if you want to get ahead in your studies, or you want to get ahead with your girlfriend, or start with the gym, sleep, self-improvement in general, mental health, business, selling, cold calling, programming, there are so many aspects. You have to start somewhere. And I think it's really important when you do not have a real structure. The kind of tipping point for this is, generally I want to talk to anyone, but especially, or as for me, I can really relate to those people who are self-employed or want to really make something big out of their life. And I always gave away the security in order to gain the opportunity to make something great happen. And as you choose those life and this pathway, you will really see that it's not really light. It is not that shiny. And even if you make some money, and likewise like I did, you still have to search for the uncomfortable, because that's the whole point I wanted to make right now, because I'm right now 20 years old, and no matter which age you are, I really want to tailor this content for you in order to resonate properly, and not just to talk about myself, because my story is not that important, but it is useful in order to demonstrate the points I want to make. Therefore, I always like to give the advice for all the people that really want to strive for more or generally want to improve. You do not have to be obsessed in every regard, but I'm obsessed in every regard of my life because I want to make the most out of it. And therefore, it is for me always the uncomfortable side. But usually, logically, it is not that easy to do it in the moment. And you have those different areas of your life where you want to improve. So you have sport, you have business or general job aspect, you have your relationships, then the spiritual side and all of this. And most often there are the main points. So right now it's for me to be successful in business or generally job, and therefore you have to learn some skills, logically, high paying skills or likewise. And the next point is, in order to really get those into actions, you have to put in the work, so the quantity. You have the qualities side and the quantity side. So, and you can always learn the quality side, or it's rather easy, not easy in that sense that you can make it happen fast, but it is easy to to put in the actual work day by day and learn. But another important aspect in order to do this properly is to learn in a way that you are going to set a practice schedule. So when you can program, or you have at least a foundation for selling or cold calling or texting or copywriting or ads, to make some ads happen, or design creatives, or doing some research technology wise, all of those aspects. So you have the basic skill, and then you have to put in the practice. And oftentimes there is not always the pathway that you can choose when you are employed or something like this, because then you have the immediate feedback loop. And the immediate feedback loop that we as a society are conditioned is that we do something and we see the reward immediately. And that is often of the times it could be a problem when you have those kind of systems in place, because especially when you aim for those huge goals and those huge visions for yourself, it is not always the easy reward, but rather the actions, the cumulative actions over the long run will, in the short term, will put you into a place in the long run that is here rather than here. And therefore the pathway is not like here stagnant, or rather it could be then and then something like this. So you have to put in the actions in the term to not be stagnating, and that is always the time that you will not immediately see the rewards, because the rewards will come later, because those things, those actions, those skills are not easy to do. So you have to give yourself some ground, and then you ask yourself for what it is for. So it was often the time for me, especially when it comes to the time I made a certain amount of money. And then you ask yourself, by the way guys, always get me some feedback. I do know the lighting is not the best, and I do not want to sell anything or likewise, but I'm working on it. I search for a solution for the mirroring on the whiteboard, but I think it's quite okay for right now. I'm just filming with my iPhone. Rather, if I just can help one of you guys to resonate with me, or rather than give some input, well, no matter where you are on your journey, it is quite a win for me, because otherwise I made those kind of videos even before, and it was just for some really tight friends and myself. And if I can help anyone besides those, it is just a win for me. So I do not want to do anything. I want to improve myself, and it is for me the best kind of growth in order to have some positive people around me, some people who want to elevate themselves in their life, who want to make something happen, because in my opinion life is so really great and we can make so much out of life, and we have the opportunity to do so much. But oftentimes in the day-to-day it's not that easy to comprehend and even to understand the opportunity we have in front of us.